We have this intermittent conversation about, are we going to try to do at least modest immigration reforms? What will happen the next time the debt ceiling comes up? Is Speaker Boehner now going to be taking a half step forward, looking around nervously? My question is this: is compromise in Washington dead?
Well, there's almost certainly not going to be an immigration bill this year, and it's probably very hard to do it next year, too. And the fact is, if you are a conservative in the House, now is your time. You look at the leadership and you see who's left. John Boehner, a sort of center-right Ohio Republican. Kevin McCarthy, similar profile from California. That House is full of Southern and red state conservatives. Right. They are going to demand to have one of their own in power now.
And so the great question is, again, one result, one race, can things get exaggerated? The race we were looking at last night to see if there was a Tea Party surprise was going to be, we thought weeks or months ago, in South Carolina. Remember, the conservative Senator Lindsey Graham? Well, he wanted to do immigration reform. He's talked about cooperating with President Obama on some issues. Guess what? He won big. He got to 50%, and maybe he hadn't been briefed on the Virginia results, because listen to Lindsey Graham here saying it's time to do immigration reform. It's time for the Republicans to reach out to non-white voters.
Don't take our party, don't write our party off. Make the other party earn your vote. Give us a chance, folks. Take another look at the Republican Party, and I hope we will offer you something that you haven't had in a while. Real hope.
Take another look at the Republican Party, Lindsey Graham says there. Before we continue the conversation, I want to add in the man I think who may lose the most from this, actually, the current Democratic president of the United States. Democrats are celebrating today. They think the Tea Party has taken over the Republican Party. But if you're President Obama and you want to get things done, whether the issue is immigration or here, gun control, what does it do to the chances? Here's the president after that shooting in Oregon yesterday.
Why aren't we doing something about this? And I will tell you that I have been in Washington for a while now, and most things don't surprise me. The fact that 26-year-olds were gunned down in the most violent fashion possible, and this town couldn't do anything about it, was stunning to me.
Is there any reasonable prognosis of the Republican leadership now sitting down with the Democratic president between now and the election? We could talk about 2015 after that, but between now and the election, doing anything?
When you speak of the Republican leadership, what are you talking about?
That's a great question this morning, isn't it?
Yeah. Eric Cantor, as majority leader, was not just the person who ran the floor and brought bills to a vote. This was the heart and soul of a reform movement within the Republican Party to try to address issues like immigration. Even though he never brought up a bill, he was always part of the efforts to get toward a bill, get toward a vote. Now he's gone. John Boehner was out on the way out the door talking to his friends last night. He was very much looking at retirement. Kevin McCarthy is a whip from California, as Jonathan said. The Republican leadership, who is the president going to work with? Cantor's gone. Boehner may be out. It's in disarray.
And the rank and file is scared stiff because of what happened last night. Not to some sort of Rockefeller guy, but to a conservative from Virginia who got ousted.
This was not a liberal Republican.
Yes, from New York. And so this will resonate. And no, there is no chance for compromise this year. This place, this city is going to be more polarized now.
Right, and I would make this point then that President Obama suffers in the end, even though he's celebrating, because the Republican leadership now can't see any chance of compromise before the election. We'll see if they have the courage to do immigration after the election. So I think President Obama loses. The winner could be Hillary Clinton or whoever the Democratic nominee is down the road, because if Republicans don't deal with this Latino crisis, their demographic crisis, the Democrats are stronger when it comes to presidential politics. So Hillary Clinton could be the big winner this morning.